Howdy guys, in today's video of VinylCut, we'll be looking at how to cut copies of a design using the extra option. Otherwise, let's have a quick intro here first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We have a variety of different softwares we do cover, and we upload videos daily, so just keep an eye there for any new content. Otherwise, if we head back in the program here. Now, just to remind you guys, this is a mini series on the cut settings panel or options, and I will leave links in the description so you can follow along. Otherwise, to locate this, let's navigate to cutter. Let's wait for this to load. Then we will head to the extra settings. But before we do that, we first want to set our cut mode to origin point. Otherwise, when we make copies of it, it's going to make copies from where the design was. So then, any case, so now let's go to extras. Then we want to make sure cut copies are on. And this is a great tool if you don't want to manually go duplicate your shape or so forth. You can just go under here, cut copies, and then over here it will tell us some basic dimensions of it. What's the size of it, how many copies there will be, copy cut size as well. And then if your mat, your working mat and your digital mat, your program's mat is the same, you can just say match workspace dimensions. But let's say your actual mat is a different dimension, then you can put in the size of it here. But just keep in mind the orientation of your cutter and your mat, so to make sure that is all aligned. Then what we have over here, we've got next up is auto fit columns and rows. So if you do this with complex shapes, or it will try auto fit it as close as it can, but as you see in the preview at the moment it kind of looks the same. So what you can do, if this is not selected, then we can always play around with these settings. So you can either increase or decrease the columns and rows, but keep in mind, just if you increase it more than the actual size, it will give you this warning here, basically telling you your design is basically going out of the boundaries of the actual mat. And then next to that here, we've got the spacing, which is handy if you want to kind of lay it out a bit more on the actual mat. So you can, oh, it's giving me error now for this. Zoom in here. In any case, so then you can actually set the spacing of your mat. Let's decrease the amount so we can actually see the, not increase, sorry, these buttons are so small, sometimes hard to click the right one. Just do this, so order update. Okay, now we've got 2 rows, so let's increase this. Now you can see you can actually set the spacing. Then once we want to get out of the border, it gives us the error again. So then so you can manually set up if you want to fit this as close as you can to the actual mat. So you can adjust that, and you adjust this up, and yeah, be warned, if you play with this like me, you're going to get a lot of error messages potentially. And then yeah, you can kind of lay it out more properly. But in general, the auto fit works most of the time quite well, but in my case, yeah, I would normally just take it off then for this to fit it even better. Otherwise, yeah, that is it on making copies with the extra options under the cutting settings. If we go to VinylCut.co.za, the program is freely available here. Just head to the downloads page. Otherwise, under softwaretraining.co.za, you can find this video more like it. And like I mentioned, we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. You can also search on top here if you want to isolate your search. And if you don't find what you're looking for, just go here, request a training video. Then we'll make that for you. Otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.